everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I decided to do a live. Since the last time I did a live, it's been 2 or 3 months. So the channel luckily has been growing, and yeah, I just wanted to interact with you guys and see if you guys had any questions. The reason why I'm doing an introduction is for the people who rewatch this videos, so they can have a proper structure. So as you guys can see from the from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about real estate. We're going to be talking about finance, and we'll do a whole entire Q&A section. And last time I uploaded on my Instagram, I uploaded a few like I uploaded a story for you guys to ask me questions. So I got some questions out of there, and I see some people joining right now. So welcome, guys. It's been a long time since I've done a live, and I believe 2 to 3 months now since the last time I did a live. So I thought that the channel has been growing, luckily, and what's the point of doing this if I don't get to interact with you guys? Uh, Thank you very much. Well, I see some questions coming in right now. If you guys are just joining in, first of all, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day and joining this live. And if you can, just like this video. I just saw everyone liking this video, so I appreciate it so much. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. So I see Nitin. Nitin, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate your support always. So I see some questions that are already coming in. Tokus TTA is saying, is international student can do wholesaling real estate in Canada? Yes, that's a lot of that's some questions that I get in my DMs on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram is Karan.Dhillon94. That's KARAN.DHILLON94. I'll link it in the description after I post this video. But to answer your question, exactly, Amrit is back on the live. I appreciate it. But yes, to answer your question, Tokas, yes, international students can wholesale real estate in Canada, and I believe that that's one of the greatest strategies on how you guys can get started in real estate and can start earning money right away. It's a great way to increase your net worth and increase your month to month cash flow. And once you accumulate that money, then you can invest it into cash producing assets. Um, so, wholesale real estate. Okay. Uh, First of all, Anmol, thank you very much. I know you as well because you leave a lot of comments in my videos. So anyone that leaves comments, as you guys know, I read all of the comments and I reply to all of you guys. So I appreciate each and every one of you. So let me see. Anmol is saying how students can generate funds to wholesale real estate. Okay. So the last video that I did with Balraj, if you guys haven't checked that out, go and check it out. But in my last video, I've talked about how you guys can get started into wholesaling real estate, and you guys don't even need a lot of money to start in real estate. I would even say that you even don't need any money to start in real estate. If you guys want me to discuss the process on how you guys can get started into wholesaling real estate, leave me some comments. I can basically give you a summary. So it will help you guys, either if you're in Canada already or you're coming to Canada. So leave it in the comments below, and then maybe I can run through a quick summary on how you guys can get started into real estate. But to answer your question, you don't need money to start wholesaling real estate. All you need is passion and drive. And once you get started doing it, you'll get traction on it. So let me see. I mean, Amrit is leaving some comments. Bros, looks like years and you're here finally. Amrit, actually, I'm here because you DM me on Instagram and you were like, why why didn't you come online? It's been so long. So I thought that was a great idea. I've been doing a lot of videos. Right now I'm posting as you guys might know, I'm posting 4 videos a week. And because of your idea, I thought that why not also come live, because it's been a long time. I used to do it a lot before, 2 3 months ago, but I thought that I'll come live right now and just talk to you guys, because as this channel grows more and more, we're close to reaching 5,000 subscribers. I mean, it's crazy. uh, I started October with a goal that to reach 300 subscribers by the end of the year, and we just blew past that. That was really thanks to some collabs that I did with other fellow YouTubers, which I'm really grateful for. Um, but sure. Uh, I'm just saying Shibu gang, anyone in the chat? Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's another meme coin right now going on. But I don't know if you guys heard about Doge now pumping a lot because of the recent Elon Musk tweet. But yeah, those are a lot of coins that are going up right now. Cryptocurrency is cryptocurrency. It's booming right now. It's a high season to buy cryptocurrency, especially altcoins, alternative coins. Uh, So Anmol Jasil, hopefully I'm pronouncing that well. Hopefully I answer your question that you don't need much money to start wholesaling real estate. And in my last video, which is my most recent video, I've discussed how you guys can get started and the two most popular strategies on how to wholesale real estate, which is I'll just give you guys a summary. It's Kijiji advertising and it's direct mail marketing. So those are two ways that you guys can get started right away, and you don't need much money to start wholesaling. I would just say you literally need a blank piece of paper. You can start writing there and start dropping those letters. And I showed you guys on how to do that in my last video. So yes. Okay, Amrit is saying in 4 months of semester break, I'm aiming at 100K in total closed deals and put it into crypto real estate trust. Yeah, I mean, that's a good goal to have. Um, Hopefully, Canada opens up the flights again to India and Pakistan that they have banned it. I think the ban right now it's till the end of May. So let's see what the federal government has to say. Are you guys affected by that? Were you coming to Canada at all? And then were you guys affected by that ban? I know someone in my family, he was affected. So, okay. Anmol is saying, please make a video on your life story. Well, if you guys want that video, sure, I'll try to make that video if you guys get some value out of it. And I know a lot of you guys that if you haven't subscribed by now, probably you guys have subscribed, but if you haven't, just hit that subscribe button. It's down below. And if you haven't liked this video, I think you have liked this video by now if you're watching me live. But if you haven't liked this video, smash that like button down below, and I really appreciate it. So now let's go ahead, take more questions. So Gamret is saying, my friend become PR and thinking we're gonna do JV and I'll be able to fund and buy a property and do a house hack. Is it possible? JV ain't too complicated. Yes, it is possible. If he's a permanent resident, uh, if he is a permanent resident here in Canada and you want to do a joint venture partnership with him to buy a house, yes, because as a permanent resident, he's able to buy properties at 5%, 10% down. So all you need is maybe work out a deal. Maybe he wants 50-50, 60-40. What kind of split do you guys want to have? But if he's a permanent resident, yes, you guys can buy a property together, and then maybe you can live in that property and rent out the basement or rent it out by the rooms. So that's basically the notion of house hacking. And I see a few people just joining in. Welcome. As this channel grows, I thought that I would do a live. And if you guys are enjoying so far this live, smash that like button and let's continue. J20S is saying, one second. So company is saying we saw a 16 bedroom house for $500,000. Where was that 16 bedroom house? Which part in Ontario? Let me know. Okay. Jason is saying, can international students buy property without non-resident taxes? International students can buy a property in Canada. The only thing is, for international students to buy a property in Canada, is that you guys will have to put a bigger down payment down. So instead of permanent residents or citizens here in Canada can put anywhere from like 5% to 10% down. But if you're a non-resident in Canada, you'll have to put actually 30, minimum is 35% down. And you'll have to show that either you have good income, that you have a good T4 income, or that you have sufficient money in the bank, whether that's investments, whether anything, but you have sufficient money in the bank to support and give the bank surety that if they give you a loan for, let's say, $500,000 or $700,000, that you will not default in making those payments. So yes, as an international student, you can buy property here in Canada. But the only thing is that you'll have to put a bigger down deposit down instead of the 5% or 10% down that permanent residents here in Canada or citizens here in Canada can put, right? So hopefully that answers your question. If you guys have any more questions, start putting in those chat, because this is not a monologue. I don't want to be just speaking on a particular subject. I do that a lot in my videos already. So if you guys, I want this to be more of an interaction between myself and you guys. And any questions that you guys have, I can answer them right now. I have the time now. So I want this to be an interaction rather than me just talking. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. First of all, let me know, where are you watching this from? I have subscribed, like my geographical base of my subscribers is really split up. So if you can let me know where are you watching this from, that would be great. Head Modi is saying, any tips for newcomer students to start in real estate? I would say the biggest tip that I could give you is, when you come to Canada, focus on keeping your expenses lower, not buying a lot of liabilities. So not coming here and buying a car right away or anything. Keeping your expenses lower and start learning a skill that can make you high income. So real estate is a great way of doing that. And how you guys can get started in real estate is, the first one, as I said, is wholesaling real estate. The second one, and another great way to start in real estate to make that income to buy properties, is becoming a realtor. I'll actually be making videos on that, on how you guys can become a realtor, make those commission checks and start investing those commission checks into properties. So that's another way of how you guys can get started into real estate. But yes, wholesale, how you guys can get, as international students, wholesaling real estate is a great way. And if you have the funds, if you have the money, the capital available to you guys, that you guys can buy actually a property here as an international student, I would say that's a great way. And you can start house hacking. For those of you guys that don't know what house hacking is just where you buy a property, and for example, let's say a $500,000 property, which usually on a 5% down or a 10% down, the mortgage on a monthly basis is going to be around $2,300 to $2,400 a month. So what you can do is, you move into that property, you either rent out the basement for that amount or rent it out by rooms to cover your expenses. So basically, you're just living in the property for free. And you're first earning equity out of the property, you're earning appreciation out of that property, because when we buy that property, let's say you bought that property for $500,000, after 1 year, after 2 years, that property value is going to go higher, right? Especially in this current market, property prices are really going up. The real estate market is pretty hot. So that's another way on how you guys can get started into real estate. All right, let's keep it going. Yes, my biometric stopped. I'll come through via Maldives to Canada even. But I'll come by September. Yeah, I've heard actually, because Canada banned Indian flights and Pakistan flights for 30 days. But the ban, there's a workaround that ban. The ban is says that you cannot come directly from India to Canada. So direct flights are definitely banned, but you can come from India to Canada through like a third party. So either through, I know Maldives is one. You can come through Doha. You can come through Germany was another one that you can come from India to Canada. But in that layover city, you have to get a PCR test. So I know a lot of the countries, or a lot of the or a lot of the countries where you can do the layover before coming to Canada. I was researching on that. Still, they don't have those facilities for the PCR test. For the PCR test to be inside the airport, you have to go outside the airport. So I know Doha, you still have to, the Hamad International Airport, you have to go outside the airport. Hopefully, but in Maldives, Amit, as you were saying, in Maldives, if you come through Maldives, you have to quarantine for 14 days. You have to stay in Maldives before taking a flight, getting a negative PCR test, and coming to Canada, right? So that's some of the information that I know over there. Windsor, sorry, that wasn't 500, it was 1.1 million. Yeah, I was like 500,000 for a 16 bedroom house. I was like, that's a pretty good deal. But now it's like double that price. So a quick rule of thumb for you guys on how to know how much a house mortgage will be. $500,000, usually the monthly mortgage is going to be around $2,500. Same rule applies. 1 million, 5,000, and you just go up. Okay, so 1.5 million, 7,500, 2 million, $10,000. So a quick rule of thumb is, if a house mortgage is $500,000, the monthly EMI for you guys in India, or the monthly mortgage, is going to be $2,500. Okay, so I see a lot of you guys that are just joining. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day and joining this live session. My channel, luckily, is growing, and I wanted to interact with all my subscribers, answer all the questions that you guys might have. So that's why I'm doing these kind of lives. So I would really appreciate for this time if you guys could just smash that like button. That's all that I ask for from you guys. If you guys can just like this live stream, I really appreciate that, because it helps me grow this channel even more. If I'm being really helpful to you guys, or I'm answering your questions, all that I ask is that you like this live stream, because that helps me reach out to more people. That is all. So now let's continue with your questions. Jaswin is saying, is Ottawa, Hamilton, Oshawa good for real estate investment? Any other emerging hotspots for real estate? Yeah, so Hamilton, Oshawa, anywhere in Canada, I would say it's all about the numbers. So if the numbers make sense to buy a property, I would say go for it. If you don't know, let's say, what's the 1% rule? The 1% rule is, for example, if you're paying $500,000 for a particular property, are you able to get $5,000 in rent for that property? So 1% rule is really simple to follow, and to see if you can achieve those kind of rents. Nowadays, appreciation is the biggest way of how people are making a lot of money in real estate, because right now in Canada, real estate prices are really going up. So hopefully that answers your question. But at the end of the day, analyzing the market, knowing what makes sense based on the numbers is crucial. So at the end of the day, it always comes down to negotiating the price, and if the price makes sense for you. So if the numbers make sense for you. Okay, so let's continue. Amrit is saying the ban got extended till June 22nd, no flight from India. Yes, I know Air Canada has extended the ban till June 22nd, so no flights from Air Canada are going to from Delhi to Canada in this time. Uh, I know Air Canada has done that, but the federal government here in Canada has not said anything yet. So I'm still waiting. Um, I'm still waiting for their update if the federal government says something about this. So I'm still waiting to see what they have to say about this, about whether they're extending the ban or not. But if you actually look at the research, I know this is off topic of real estate, but since you guys are talking about this and really affects you guys, and even it is affecting me, um, if you actually look at this, there's some articles that saying they in the beginning they banned it for 30 days because they were saying that they were worried that the COVID, the virus variant might come into Canada, but 90% plus of the cases that they detected are not from international flights. They're all from domestic flights. So I'm just going to quickly pause here. I see a lot of people now are joining based on this channel. If you guys are joining and are enjoying this kind of talks, all that I ask is if you guys can like this video. That really helps me out a lot to reach out to more people. So now let's continue. Rishabh is saying, would you suggest buying first house with high cost and high equity, or low cost and high equity, considering house hacking in Winnipeg? Is that making sense? High cost and high equity, or low cost and high equity? What does that mean? Are you, Rishabh, are you talking about the down payment? And what kind of down payment would I recommend? If that is what you mean, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I would say if it's your first ever house, and if you're talking about the down payment, I would say if this is your first ever house and you have a decent amount of income that you can show the bank, I would say be and you're thinking about house hacking that property. I would say the least amount of down payment that you can do, it's great. When I bought this particular house that I am here, I put 10% because I had bought another house where I put 25%. But if you can get away with 5% down and financing the rest of it, so financing 95%, I would say put 5% down, finance all the rest, and then house hack. So maybe rent out your basement if you do not need it. But if you do need it, if you don't plan on house hacking it, then I would say put a higher percentage down, so then your monthly EMI or mortgage would be lower. All right, let's see. Amrit is saying no, it's not 14 days. It's only it's only 3 days. I read it for Maldives. 3 days. Okay, so 3 days for Maldives. If you come Maldives, stay 3 days, do the negative PCR test, and then come to Canada. I don't know. I just saw someone saying you have to quarantine for 14 days. If you have more information, let me know in the comments. But 3 days, I guess once you get out of the airport, I would think that you would do the PCR test. Chaitanya Sharma, love from Punjab. Thank you very much. That's my state, and love back. And yeah, I would think that if you're coming from India to Canada and you're stopping through Maldives, I thought that it was 14 days. And then once you drop in Maldives, you do the negative PCR test, you quarantine, and then you come to Canada. But yeah, let's see. I'm still, again, I'm still waiting for the federal government to say something. I know Air Canada has banned flights till the 22nd of June. No flights are coming from Delhi to India at all till the 22nd of June. But let's see what the federal government has to say about this. Hopefully, they have some sense, and they, with the negative PCR test from going there and coming, they open it. But let's see it. All right. Amrit is saying, is it possible to buy in joint venture first and then after some time finish JV and only single owner is left? Yes, that is possible. In the beginning, sorry, one second. In the beginning, when you're buying real estate, let's say you have a friend here who is a permanent resident, and they can basically not they have the money, and because they're a permanent resident, you can put 5% down on a property, 10% down. That's no problem. So when that happens, uh, yes, you can do a joint venture. For anyone that does not know what a JV is a joint venture where, for example, myself and let's say someone else, they do a partnership. I'm the permanent resident, they're the international person, and we do a partnership, and then we just buy a house together, let's say 50-50, and then after 2-3 years, the international person is saying that now he's a permanent resident, and he's saying that he wants to buy the house. So all you have to do is just form up another legal document and tell the bank that now we're not in a partnership anymore, we're not in a joint venture partnership, and now I'm a single owner. So you just go through the lawyers, get it out, and just put your single name on the property, and then that's your property. So yes, people have done it. I know friends that have done it. So that is no problem at all. So now let's see your questions. Jason is asking, will things get back to normal in Canada by the second half of 2022? Wow, 2022. I mean, we're in 2021. I'm hoping that the Canadian government makes some sense out of this, and I'm really hoping that this thing gets back to normal end of June, starting July, and the things pick up again, and then we just go back to normal. By 2022, I'm hoping that everything goes is normal. I mean, the US, Biden just announced that, I don't know if you guys follow that, but Biden just announced that if you're fully vaccinated, the CDC has approved that you don't need to wear a mask. So look at that. Now the US, I mean, if the US, the powerhouse, is doing it, I don't see how other countries will not follow after. But yeah, I mean, if the US is saying that if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need a mask anymore, let's say. But again, this is not a place where we discuss all that kind of stuff. So let's continue. Chaitanya is saying, is renting a house in Winnipeg easy? Yes, it is easy. There's availability of rental properties. And if you guys need any help, you guys know my Instagram. Reach out to me. I try to help everyone as much as I can and try to take out time to talk to you guys, answer your guys' question, because the whole purpose why I built this YouTube channel is I want to build a community where financial education and talking about real estate, talking about stocks, talking about money is common. I know in our culture it's not that common, but I want to change that. I want to build a community around this, and slowly we're growing. We're talking about real estate, we're talking about stocks, we're talking about crypto. That is what this channel is about. I don't know much about immigration. Whatever I know, I help you out, guys. But the channel's main focus is about financial education and helping you guys buy some property here in Canada, because I mean, you guys heard it, 90% of millionaires in Canada, or in the 90% of millionaires have some sort of real estate. So real estate is a great way to build your wealth. And I see Mania liked and subscribed. I love it. I love it. I mean, what other investment strategy, or not investment, what other asset there is where you can put 5% down? So if let's say example, there's no other asset in this world where you can, if the asset is worth $100,000, you pay for that asset $5,000 and the bank will loan you $95,000. Like, you're just putting $5,000 and the bank is giving you $95,000 to buy that property, and you live in that property. There's no other asset. You cannot go to the bank and say, hey, I want to buy, let's say, Tesla shares, or I want to buy Apple shares. I have $1,000, but I want to buy $5,000 worth of stock. That's not going to happen. If you want to buy $5,000 of stock, you have to put $5,000, but not in real estate. If you want to buy if you want to buy, for example, for easy numbers, $100,000 property, you can put $5,000 down and have the bank give you $95,000. And there's a reason why the bank is giving you $95,000 or 95% mortgage, is because real estate is a tangible asset, right? Real estate throughout the years has been appreciating. You can rent out the property. There's so many ways that you can make money out of real estate. So there's equity, there's renting, there's appreciation, there's principal pay down. So there's so many ways that you can make money out of real estate that you cannot out of stocks. So stocks, how you make money out of stocks? Let's talk about that. Is, let's say you buy a Tesla for $100 a share, and that share goes to $1,000. That's how you 10x your money, right? The only way you make money in stocks for this particular strategy is by appreciation, right? If the stock is worth $10, now it's worth 100, you made that difference, right? But in real estate, there's so many ways that you can make money, that that's why a lot of millionaires own property and just transact in real estate. Potaiji, I'll get to your, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name right, sorry. Rishi Kapadia is saying, sir, make a video explaining various terminologies about real estate or step-by-step action plan for buying and selling property. Okay, I'll make that. If you have any questions like what kind of terminology, what does this mean, what does that mean, leave me in the comments. I'll also help you out. But yeah, any ideas that you guys give me, I take all of those ideas and then I apply it in my future videos. But I'll make a video on step by step on how to buy property, on step by step on how to sell property. Actually, I'm working on putting something together for you guys, for everyone that's watching this and wants to get into real estate. I'm trying to put something together because few people have asked me if they could like if I could help them out. They're trying to buy property or anything like that. So I'm putting something together for you guys in the near future, so I could help you out. Okay. Patalji is saying, can you get into BRRR if you have a full-time job and already own a principal? Yes, that is how I did it. I had I didn't buy principal right away. I bought investment properties in the beginning, but Hit Patel, I am doing good. I am doing good. How are you doing? Anyone that's joining new, I would really appreciate if you could just click that like button down below. That really helps me out a lot. That's all I ask from you guys. But let's see. But yes, so you can buy an investment property if you already have a principal residence. Yes, it's all about again, it's all about the numbers. If the numbers make sense, and if the numbers make sense, then yes, just buy a property that needs some renovation. Let's say you buy a property. I don't know in which state are you. Varun official. Yeah, just oh damn. Yeah, just getting to your question, Varun, just 1 second. So yes, you can buy a property that needs some renovation, fix it up, and then refinance the money. So for example, you buy a property for $100,000, but fixed up, that property is worth $150,000. Um, you put like let's say $10,000 to renovate the property. You just paint it out, for example. You put new flooring. You do those cosmetic kind of renovations, and then you just refinance it. So yes, you can do that. It's all about getting approved and with the bank. So you should think of the bank as your friend, uh, because there cannot be a greater friend than the bank, because the bank is the one that's loaning you money at such cheap rates. So think of the bank as your friend, and then it'll help you succeed. Okay, Varun. Initial investment in house wholesaling or house flipping. In wholesaling, there's no initial investment. You just have to go out there and look for a property that is run down, and then you just put the property under contract, and just you take that contract and then you assign it to a buyer. So there's no what you say, there's no initial investment in wholesaling. I've actually talked about in my last video on how to wholesale properties and what are the two biggest strategies that you guys can use to wholesale properties, which is what I used and what are some of the people that I bring in this channel that they used. The first one is Kijiji advertising, and the second one is direct mail marketing. So there's no initial investment for that. For house flipping, yes, there is an initial investment. I would say if you want to, again, this really depends in the kind of city that you're living in Canada, what kind of real estate prices. But if you want to flip properties, I would say that you first would need, if you would need like some kind of job that you're earning income. But other than that, I would say if you have $100,000 at least, that's a good that's a good way to start. $100,000 to start flipping properties. So how you can get those $100,000 is by wholesaling properties. Irping Bebov, how's it going, my brother? Okay, Puralji is saying, what about the risk of using leverage? Any investment has inherent risk, and risks are magnified when people over leverage. Yes, so obviously these type of investments are not risk free. Everything in life has some type of risk, but it's just doing calculated risks. Varun, I really appreciate that. I'm just here. I just want to build this community and help you guys as much as I can. And all that I ask for is if you guys subscribe, or if you share this channel with some of your friends, or just like this video. That is all that I ask, and I try to help you guys as much as I can. Yes, and Patal, to your question, yes, there is a risk associated with investing. Always, there's no type of investment that is risk free. But obviously, if you want to grow, you need some type of risk. But that risk is calculated risk. So again, run your numbers, see what makes sense. Don't over leverage yourself. So if like let's say you're earning $3,000 a month, and you have an EMI or a mortgage of each and every month of, let's say, $2,500, that literally that is over leveraging yourself. So you need to think about, if I'm earning $3,000 a month and my monthly EMI or my monthly mortgage is $2,500, what can I do to basically lower my living expenses. How you guys can start, the biggest way to get ahead in real estate and in life is how you guys in the beginning, in your younger years, to keep your expenses lower. So the biggest expenses here in Canada are the housing expenses and then transportation, right? So if those two big expenses, you guys can keep down those two big expenses, that would be great. And let's say if you cannot afford to buy a house, how can you keep down your expenses, your living expenses? So when you come to Canada, or if you're already in Canada, if you cannot again afford to buy a house, you rent an apartment with a bunch of your friends, where you guys rent out one apartment and then you split your rent. That's a great way of starting out, and that's how I started out as well. So now let's get to more questions. Okay, Hit Patel is saying, how can one can do house flip the house while doing the full-time job? Yes, so having a 9 to 5 is great. There's a lot of gurus, online gurus, saying that it's not great and anything like that. So you're not really like, obviously you can. So your main question is how to manage, I guess, how to manage having a full-time job and flipping. Is you need to build a network. As cliche as that sounds, you need to have good tradespeople, good carpenters, good electricians, good plumbing people. So all of those people are going to work on your property. If you're wanting to build a flipping business and actually not do work yourself, that is how you do it. That's, you got to build connections with tradespeople, with carpenters, with all those different kind of tradespeople, that they'll work on your property while you're working at your job, right? So it's all about building connections, talking to people, going to real estate networking events, real estate seminars, where you talk to people and then you just build that team. You gotta build a power team. You gotta have your go-to lawyer for real estate, your go-to accountant, your go-to carpenter, your go-to plumber, your go-to electrician. So there's a lot of people in the market. So you just talk to them, and they'll work on your property while you're working full-time on your 9 to 5. Okay. How to know the renovation amount and calculate it properly. So a lot of that honestly comes through experience. So the more, another way that you guys can get that experience is to going to a lot of these open houses, or a lot of those houses. You go and visit those houses. So my main thing is, you gain that through experience. But if you don't have that experience, let me if you don't have that experience, what you do is, when you go and let's say you want to buy a property and you're thinking of flipping a particular property, instead of going alone to that property and going and checking out that property alone, what you do is you take with you a trades people. So either mostly a carpenter or a general contractor, and you take them and tell them that, hey, I'm considering buying this property, and hey, I'm considering buying this property, and then could you come with me and you could help me out? How much money is it gonna take me to renovate this place? So that's one way that if you don't have the knowledge, when you go and look at a property, you tell your general contractor, or you tell your contractor, your carpenter, to come with you to the property and help you out, and say like, how much is it going to cost me to renovate this property and all this kind of stuff. So they'll help you out, and the more you go with them, to different properties, the more you're going to start knowing that how much is the renovation going to cost. So then it's going to be easier for you, and then at one point you're just going to go alone to a property, and you're going to know how much the renovation costs. Sharanjit, hi Jas, ਵੀਰੇ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ? I'm really well, Charanjit. तुझी सुनाओ? Just just hustling out here. Um, okay, bro, have you completed your 4,000 watch hours? I'm on my way. On my way. That's why we're working hard each and every day. All right. Until 30 years of age, I would wholesale, invest, lending money, invest in crypto. After 30, I'm gonna only take remote jobs and leave full-time office job and go to Hawaii, Caribbean, and Bahamas. Well, that's a good plan. Um, hopefully, you can execute on that, and that's a good way of doing that. Okay, my thing is just find something that you're passionate about and just work on that. The same way I'm passionate about real estate and personal finance. That's the whole reason why I started this channel, to talk about finance, real estate, stocks, crypto, all that kind of stuff. They're saying, what are your views on Bigger Pockets Real Estate Podcast? My views on that are really great. They're a great way of gaining knowledge if you have no prior knowledge into real estate. So a great way of learning about real estate is, one, what you're doing right now, watching YouTube videos. Second is listening to podcast instead of let's say you're going somewhere or you're at home listening to music. Why not just, instead of that music, listen to some real estate podcast or some financial freedom podcast that actually teach you something, right? And then the third way of learning is, once this whole global pandemic situation, this whole pandemic situation goes away, is just to network with people, because the biggest amount of knowledge that you're going to learn is when you talk to people that are already in the level that you want to go to. And yeah. All right, let's see. Rishabh is saying, thoughts on HELOC. So home equity line of credit is a great way on how you can expand your your real estate business, or another great way of accessing money, of accessing cheap money, right? I would say that. So let's say, if the people don't know what HELOC is, for example, if you buy a house that's $500,000 and you've lived in that house for, let's say, now 10 years, your mortgage is not going to be $500,000. Now your mortgage is going to be $250,000. So the difference between the $500,000 mortgage in the beginning and the $250,000, which is right now, that is your HELOC. So my thoughts on HELOC is a great way to leverage the properties that you have already and buy more properties. So your wealth expands and your monthly cash flow expands and all of that. So great way of accessing debt, and accessing debt to buy cash producing assets. Tell us something about yourself, how you got into real estate, which university, college you studied. So I came to Canada around in 2013, so it's been already 8 years. I got into real estate is just by talking to people, networking, and I was really passionate always about finance, about real estate, about stocks, about crypto. So I just got head into it, bought my first property at around 22, 23 years old, and it's been a ride since then. And I've studied myself. I studied at the University of Manitoba. I graduated with a degree in finance from the University of Manitoba. So that's a little bit about myself. Okay, brother, don't forget to make a live story. Okay, yeah, for sure, Amol. Thank you very much. And if any of you guys are just joining in, first of all, again, I appreciate your time for joining in on this live stream. All that I ask is, if you haven't by now, to like this live stream. That really helps me out a lot to reach out to more people. And then if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to this channel, as I'm bringing more and more content, real estate content, personal finance content, stocks, crypto. I'll be talking about all of that, but my main focus is real estate. So like this video and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. If we can get it to 20 likes, that'd be great. We're at 18 right now. Okay, did you read the last 4 messages? Yes. I'll get to them. Let's keep on going. Hi, how are you? I'm great. JBM Properties. I like it. I am great. We're doing a live show on how you guys, either as international students or as permanent residents, can get started into investing in real estate. And my first advice would be, first, get a job, or if you don't have a job, start a business and show some income, right? Once you show some income, then my first advice on how to get started in real estate would be by house hacking. I made a video about house hacking with Patrick, which he was doing. But yes, after you have a steady income, I would say buy your first property as soon as you can, and then start house hacking it. That's a good way that you get into real estate. You start learning about property taxes, insurance, about this, that, all the other. So that's a good way to start. We're 19 likes. If we can get this to 20 likes, that'd be great. JBM Property says thanks. No worries. Oh, we're at 20 likes already. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys for supporting so much. 21, Chelsea fan, big fan. Hey, I am a fan of you. I am your fan. Ronakson, Lol, Bhai, 20th like. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I just appreciate your guys' support. So, Kamrat, big fan. I'm a big fan of you as well. But yeah, 23. Wow, this keeps on going. Hey, I love it. I love how you guys support this, and I'm just I know you're logging in from your different accounts, but I appreciate it. So yes, let's get into more questions. Where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know. Is it India? Is it Canada? I have some US subscribers, some United Kingdom subscribers. Where are you guys tuning in from? And even the city, let me know. Shantanu, college in Winnipeg. Hey, fellow Winnipegger here. I love it. So Kamran is saying, Mace Jazz, Finance Minister of India. Hey, I'll take that job. 25 likes. Wow, I love it, guys. Thank you very much. Tuning in from Delhi. I'm from India, Varanasi, Baroda, Gujarat, Winnipeg. Hey, I have some fellow Winnipeggers in this live stream. I love that. 26 likes. Jesus. Wow. 27. This just keeps on going. Thank you very much, guys. I love it. So I see that I have few people from Canada, few people from India. Red River College review. Yes. So I think it's a great college. Which kind of I am Ravinder Rana, Delhi. I have few people from Delhi. I love it. Last time I was 28 likes. Wow. Why only 20 when you can? Wow, I love it. Yeah, so last time I was in Delhi was hey, namaste from Kenya. Namaste. I mean, my Hindi is not that great, but there you go. Namaste. 29. Come on, let's get it to 30 now. Business course in Red River College. Yes, Red River College is a great way to start your career here in Winnipeg. Is that a 1 year, 2 year course? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But yes, I have a few friends that started in either MITT or Red. Oh, we're at 30 freaking likes. I love it. 2 years. So yeah, I have a few friends that started that. It's a very reputed college here in Winnipeg, and then once you graduate, you have good working opportunities. So I think you're doing great. Once you finish those 2 years, then you can apply for a work permit. After work permit, then you just apply for a permanent residency, right? So I think you're doing great, Shantanu. 30 likes. I appreciate the support, guys. I wasn't expecting that. From Kenya, wow. I have when I was at university, there was a lot of people from Kenya. When I was at the studying at the University of Manitoba, there was a lot of people coming from Kenya, especially Gujarati people. So a lot of people coming from Kenya. Yeah. Okay, Ravinder Rana ji. If I'm missing some of your questions, leave them. My dad is in the chat. I love it. If I missed your questions, leave them right now. Leave them again, sorry, and then I'll answer your questions. So, Kamrat, done 30, sir. I appreciate it, brother. You're a real one. We talk like almost every day, so that's good. Is there any college in Canada with courses relating real estate and investing? Ronak, I would say don't focus a lot on going for courses, going for all that kind of stuff. I'm actually working on putting something together for you guys, but I would say get more in-field experience, talk to people that are doing it already. That's how you gain knowledge. And another way is if you're a permanent resident already, a great way to start in real estate is by becoming a real estate agent. So, or you can become either a real estate agent, you can become either a mortgage advisor. So that's a great way that then once you're once you're in the space, then you talk to different people that are already in the space. So that's how you gain knowledge. I wouldn't say start doing this course, start doing that course. Just educate yourself. There's a lot of free resources online. What are you doing right now? It's a great way. So let's go. More questions. Mary Claire saying, my son got admission in Sheridan and got visa, want to buy a house in Brampton. Yes, well, congrats to your son. Ontario is a great place where a lot of international students come. And if you're looking to buy a house in Brampton, I would say average price in Brampton, single family home detached, is around 1 million, 1.1 million. So if you're a permanent resident, you can put 5 to 10% down by showing a decent kind of income. But if not, then you would have to put, as an international, 35% down. So I would say at least if you're considering buying a house in Brampton, you would have to put as an international $350,000 to $400,000, which in Indian rupees, if you guys don't know, it's about 2 to 2.5 crores. So more questions. Headpill is saying, what are your views on built properties, open lots for construction? Yes, that's a great way on how, if you guys don't have, if you guys don't want to basically, you guys don't want to buy an old property and buy a new one, that's a great way to start and buy new properties, is buying brand new construction. What that is, sorry, 1 second. What happens with that is once you buy a new property, it's really great because you get 5 years extended warranty from the builder. So for 5 years, you're covered. Not anything that happens out of the blue, but structurally, the builder has a 5-year warranty. So buying lots and building on those lots is great. If you're self-building, I wouldn't recommend starting right away and building real estate. But if you just buying brand new, that is a good idea if the numbers make sense. Okay. Do you have a student loan right now? No, I don't have any student loans. My main aim is to get PR and become a realtor. Yes, that is, again, Shantanu, that's a great way. Wow, 32 likes. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's keep it going. Um, I'm here. I'm here helping you guys. And any question that you guys have, I'll answer it. My main name is Pierre. Yes, that's a great way. As I said before, instead of doing all these real estate courses here and there, just get your real estate license here, or get your mortgage advisor license and start interacting with people that are already in the industry. So that way you gain field experience instead of doing all these courses. And once you complete that course from whatever kind of university that is, then you don't have any practical experience, right? Now let's move ahead. Okay. Fine Touch Event Planner. Hey Jazz, do you know about prepayment penalties? Yes. So there's two type of there's also penalties for breaking that loan. So for example, let's say you buy a property and then you buy, usually like for example on this house, my mortgage is a 5-year fixed mortgage. So if I wanted to sell my property before the 5 years, I would have to pay the bank a fee, which is a mortgage break fee. So it really depends from bank to bank how much that differs. Again, you really have to consider, like, let's say if I were to break this mortgage fee and go to another lender, then yes, I would have to consider how much the fee is, and then how much is it worth it for me, for how much like the property amount that I'm selling it for. So yes, so there is breakage fees and prepayment fees. It just depends from bank to bank. No, I studied. I started in 2013. I graduated in 2018. So if I wasn't financially savvy, I could still have loans, but I don't. Humber College has a course of real estate. My main aim is to get PR, become a realtor. Yes. So you can either, wow, 33 likes. You guys are just smashing that like button. I love it. I appreciate it. And if you guys haven't subscribed by now, smash that subscribe button as well. I really appreciate it. But yes, so to become a realtor, I think Ontario Humber College offers that study program to become a realtor. So yes, that's a great way of starting out. Okay, more questions. Can I do property wholesale as a student? Yes, Shantanu, you can do property wholesaling as a student. As Amrit is saying, just go and check out my latest video, and I give you a step-by-step guide on how to do it. So yeah, so just go on my latest video. Is the video that I did with Balraj, which says yes, let's make another video with Raj. Yes, I'm gonna wrap this up and then we'll make another video. But go and watch my last video with Raj and go and subscribe to him as well, where I say where I give you step by step on how you guys can get started into wholesaling, and I actually give you what kind of strategies did we use. So go and take a look at that. I see some people that are joining again. First of all, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in and taking time out of your day to hear me. All that I ask from you guys is if you guys can like this live stream, that really helps me out a lot to reach out more people. And we already have an amazing 33 likes. That's amazing. And as we grow this channel, we'll have more and more people tuning in. So I'll definitely remember who are the OGs here. Who are the OGs? Because as I grow this channel, we reach 5,000, we reach 10,000, we reach 100,000, a million subscribers. I'll definitely know who were the people that were supporting me from the beginning. Like one of them is Amrit, I know. How we keep up with our tenant emergency repairs, how we build that system. Okay, so emergency. So when you're buying a property, you need to keep aside from your income. You need to keep aside an emergency fund, which comes with this kind of stuff. So, for example, emergency stuff is maybe like the roof has gone, or the hot water tank for the property has gone. So those kind of repairs cost you anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000. So each and every month you should be saving up some of your money to basically save it, and then whenever something like this comes up, you go and fix it up. And then any type of fixing that you do, keep the receipt, don't pay it all in cash, because then you can just expense that thing. And once you expense that thing, that lowers your income taxes, so then you pay less tax to the government, because who likes to pay taxes? I don't. I know this year I'm paying taxes, so that's not a great feeling. Okay. Barrage. Yes, let's shoot some videos. Okay, Shantanu is saying, can I do day trading in stock market as a student? I am a trader in India. Yes, you can do day trading. I think if you want to do it full time, I think you need a minimum account balance of $25,000. But yes, you can. For stocks, I would say once you come here, open up a TFSA, open up an investment account under that, but don't day trade under your TFSA, because just buy long-term growth companies that are going to grow, and then whatever kind of gains, capital gains that you have from that, it is tax free. Because again, who likes to pay for taxes? No one. 35 amazing likes. I love it. I don't know if we can get to 50. Can we? If you guys haven't liked this video, just like it. Okay, let's keep on going. Gamze, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in. Hello, and hope all is well in Turkey, and you're keeping safe. Shantanu, I've seen all the videos and I like them all, and really very knowledgeable. I appreciate it very much, brother Shantanu. And I know you're a fellow Winnipegger, so fellow Winnipeggers gotta stay together. So I appreciate it. Okay, Fine Touch Event Planner is saying, if possible, can you explain HELOC? Yes, I just explained it previously, but a HELOC, first of all, just like the video. To get into HELOC, you gotta like the video. But a HELOC, all jokes aside, a HELOC is, for example, let's say you buy the property for $500,000. Okay, you bought the property today, $500,000. So your mortgage might be, for easy numbers, let's say your mortgage is still $500,000. Okay. Now you lived in the property for 10 years. Now your mortgage obviously will not be $500,000. So this is what you bought it for. This is today, right? So now your mortgage, this is your mortgage, and this is the house. Your mortgage is going to be lower after 10 years. So the difference from here to here, that's how much equity you have in the house. So how you access that equity in your house is through a home equity line of credit, which is a HELOC. So it's just, HELOC is just another way to borrow against your house, and you borrow that money at a cheap rate, and then you just take that money and you go buy another property. So that's a great way of doing that. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. I know you have already smashed that like button, but we have 35 likes in this stream. I love it. I'll keep on going. If you guys are finding these streams helpful, maybe I'll do one every week, so you guys can ask me all real estate, finance, investing questions, and then I can help you build your wealth. Okay. My question now about money emergency means like a major leak in the bathroom is not tolerable for tenants. So again, as you're building your real estate business, as you're building your flipping business, you're going to start to have great contacts. So once once you have great contacts, whether that's a plumber, whether anything, um, you want those contacts for these kind of emergencies. So like if a bathroom leak is coming, you just have to pick up the phone, call your plumber and tell him that, hey, my tenant just called me, there's a leak in the bathroom, just go and fix it. So that all you have to do is just give money to that plumber, and then he'll just go and fix it. So that's how you treat with that. Have good connections, treat people well, pay them on time, pay them well, and then they'll treat you in exchange, right? So that's how you do with that. Shantanu, thanks, Jazbai, very knowledgeable. Thank you, Shantanu. Hopefully you gain some some insights. Yes, Yash is saying, what is better in your point of view, renting properties like Robert Kiyosaki or like our own, or flipping? It really depends. Nothing is better, nothing is worse. It really depends on your goals. If when you're renting properties, you're just getting let's say $200 or $300 or $400 a month from one property, right? If you're doing it well. But when you're flipping, you're getting chunks of money. So maybe you're getting $15,000, $20,000 every 2 or 3 months, or however long that flip takes, right? So it's just different goals and different mindsets with renting and with flipping. Okay. How can JBM properties, how can Indians buy property in Canada? I have mentioned this before, but Indians can buy properties in Canada. If you're an international, you can buy a property, but you'll have to put 35% down. And you're going to have to show that you have money in your bank account, or you have other types of assets in India, just so the bank can loan you that money. Okay. Sugamra is saying, how to connect with investors or cash buyers for houses so we can collab with them, how to approach them. So if you have seen my last video, which I tell you on how to wholesale properties, so the same way that you're doing it, the same way that we go out there and we put on ads and we look for properties, we'll buy your property for cash. There's the same way that other people are also doing it and are posting those same kind of ads. So how you can connect on how you can connect with those kind of same people is you can reply to their Kijiji ads. If they have the phone numbers, take that phone number, call them, tell them that, hey, I'm a fellow real estate investor. I'm also looking to buy properties. I would love to connect with you. So that's a good way on how you can connect with fellow wholesale people or fellow real estate investors. And then the other way is through Facebook. And once this whole global situation goes out, basically having what do you call, going to meetup groups, going to real estate networking events. So yeah, that's another great way of connecting with people. Wow, we have 36 likes in this live stream. That is amazing. If I really appreciate it, let's say if we can get it to 40, that'd be another milestone. Okay, Shantanu, as I want to come to Winnipeg so can get part-time in Winnipeg and I'm able to pay the college fees. Yes, that's yeah, come to Winnipeg, get a part-time job and wait. My recommendation is with the job, always have like some kind of side stuff that you're working on, whether that's flipping, whether that's YouTube. Even you could start making YouTube videos, whether that's any type of side income that you can generate. 37 likes. I love it, guys. I appreciate the support. Let's continue here. Jaswin is saying your thoughts on University of Manitoba campus life. So when I was there not so long ago, it was great. It's just now we have a different kind of global situation, but the university campus life is great. The University of Manitoba is what you guys are asking. You have 3 different three different residences. You have Pembina Hall, you have AVM, you have University College. So you have three different residences, and the university life is really good. It's just in the winter it gets a bit chilly, but inside doesn't really matter a lot. And then honestly, for the amount of money that you pay, you get good education, and there's a lot of work opportunities here in Winnipeg. Yes, Yash is saying, bye, love your content. Thanks for sharing financial literacy. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that's the whole purpose I'm making this video for. And I make videos. It's just so we can build this community. And I thought I would come on a live so we can engage more as the channel grows. How's tax levied on wholesale income same as personal tax? That's an important question. Yeah, so if you're doing wholesale and you start wholesaling and you're not under a corporation, that will be personal income because you're not under, again, a corporation. But if you do wholesale and before wholesaling, you set up a corporation, that would be treated as business income, so that would be taxed differently. But my suggestion would be before getting into all these accounting questions and all that kind of stuff, I would say before wholesaling property, get some experience, get out there, don't worry about the taxes and all this kind of stuff. Just get experience on how to actually do it instead of first worrying about how much do I gotta pay the government. 37 likes. Let's say if you guys haven't liked this video, just like it. Let's see if we can get this to 40 likes. Just help me out, smash that like button, and let's get it to 40 likes. And that's the least that you guys can do. Come on. Okay. Patel is saying, if we buying the property for flip but we don't have any funds, but we sanction loan some, but we don't have money for 20% down to give owner of the property, if we give 5,000 or on, is it legal? I don't really get your property. I don't not your property. I don't really get your question, but if you're flipping, you do have to have income, whether that's your own income or whether you loan that property, whether you loan that money, whether that's hard money lenders or you're doing it with a friend that's doing it. But yes, you need to have money for the down payment. Usually on flipping properties, it's going to be higher. It's going to be 25 to 30% down when you're flipping properties, and then the rest, the bank is going to finance it. And then you need to have money for the renovations too. So it's not only for the down payment, you need to have money for the renovations. So let's say you're putting $20,000-$30,000 on the renovations. You need money for the renovations. Wow, 39 likes. Let's get that one like and let's get it to 40. Let's get this stream to 40 likes. That'd be amazing. Shashank is saying US real estate versus Canada real estate. Right now, honestly, both real estate markets are booming. Canadian real estate is really booming. Whichever kind of city you go to in Canada, there's multiple offers on properties, and properties are selling over ask. So like a property is listed for $300,000, that usually that property has multiple bids on the property, and that property is selling for $350,000, $370,000, $100,000 over ask. So honestly, right now it's a great time to buy real estate, and the people who have bought before this, they're sitting well. So let's get, guys, if you haven't liked this live stream by now, just like this live stream and let's get it to 40 likes. Let's continue with questions. Sorry, Jazbai, I have to go to mom calling. Sorry, bye, I have to leave for a while. Okay, brother, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for tuning in. Whatever kind of time that you guys can tune in, I appreciate you guys' time. And yeah, let's get it. Let's hit that like. Let's get it to 40. Just one more. Okay. Sharayan. Oh, there we go. 40 likes. I appreciate it, guys. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name well. If not, I'm sorry, Sharayan. How can Indians buy property in Canada? I've answered that question before, but if you're an international student and you want to buy property, or you come on a visitor visa and you buy, Harmo Sasrikal, appreciated brother. And it's if you come on a visitor visa or you want to buy a property as an international student, you will need at least 35% down. So for easy numbers, if a property is worth $100,000, you will need at least $35,000 to buy that property, and you will need either a good decent amount of money in your bank account, or you will need good assets, so property in India or property wherever you guys are from. So you will need that as well. Okay. I don't get your property. It's too much property, too much real estate. Khumtaram is asking, what if after renovation, if not get profitable offer, is there any chances of loss? Yes. So right now, honestly, if you're doing it well, you have well chances of making money, because right now the real estate market in Canada is super hot. Whether that is Toronto, whether that is Vancouver, whether that is Winnipeg, whether that is Saskatchewan, anywhere, Regina, Saskatoon, anywhere, the real estate market is pretty hot right now. But yes, like anything in life, there's always risk in anything that you guys do. But if you guys do it well, you guys run the numbers well, and talk to your realtors, and they know that this property has saved some money. Sorry, the properties like this have sold for the same amount of price, then that is good. Wow, 41 likes. I love it, guys. I'll help you guys as much as I can. Okay. Shantanu is back. He's back, my brother. I also watch videos of Graham Stephan. He's a realtor in USA and also gives nice content. Yes, I also follow him, and I'm also subscribed to him, to Graham Stephan. But hopefully you guys are subscribed to me as well. What do you think? Harmol is saying, what do you think of Airbnb properties, as commercial taxes are high and it is a seasonal one? Yes. Airbnb properties, you can do Airbnb properties even on your own house. So you don't really need to, if you're looking to do Airbnb, you can do Airbnb even if you buy a house. You don't even need to rent out the whole house. You can even rent out rooms through Airbnb, which a lot of people are doing. And if you want to Airbnb a whole house, that is really profitable. I know a few friends that have Airbnb homes, and they're making anywhere from like $5,000 to $7,000, and they're booked. And right now that the summer is coming, they have cabins, so seasonal demand is also high. So hopefully that answers your question. But commercial properties right now, yes, they're getting a hit because a lot of people are working from home, like myself, and then there's no prospective tenants to fill those office spaces, so that's hurting the business. So that's why residential real estate is really going high. And if you guys want me to keep talking about this, smash that like button, baby. All right, let's see. I didn't even know we would get it to 40 likes. We are at 41 likes. That is amazing. Let's see if we can get it to 50. I don't know. Let's see. All right, let's see. Fine Touch event planners. Do Canadian banks offer mortgages to students at same rate, around too much higher if I have good credit history? Again, the rate, the rate that you get the mortgage in, it's usually the same if you have a good credit history and everything. Is where it differs is the amount of down payment that you have to put. And I'm saying this again, Canadian citizens and permanent residents like myself can put 5%, 10% down. And once you guys are residents, or if you guys are already residents, then you guys can put 5, 10% down as well. And then internationals, unfortunately, have to put at least 35% down. So that is the rule. And yeah, like that video. All right. How to save taxes on your returns. Okay, so if you have properties, a great way of how not to pay taxes and save it on a legal way is every year do some kind of upgrades. So what I do is before filing taxes, which is usually here in Canada, you file taxes around April, end of April. So before that date comes, usually what I do is I see if you can calculate if you end up paying taxes or not. So if I think that I'll be ending up paying taxes, instead of paying taxes, what I do is I just renovate some of the properties that I have. So this way, whatever kind of renovations that you're doing to the property, you can just take that renovation money and deduct it from your income. And this way you don't pay the government, you're just increasing the value of your property, but you're putting the money elsewhere. And there's other ways. There's you can contribute to RRSPs, you can contribute to liras. So if you guys really want me to talk about all that, let me know, I can make a video about that. But yes, there's multiple ways on doing that, and I just gave you a few ideas. Shashank is saying, if we have a dual citizenship in US and Canada, we should pay taxes for both countries, or only in the country we're doing the job? I think only in the country that you're doing the job, because that is where you're earning income from. So if I have US citizenship but I'm working in Canada, the income is going to be taxed based on Canadian income, because you're earning it in a Canadian in Canadian soil. So that is that question. But obviously, if you have property in the US, you're still paying insurance for that property in the US. You're still paying property taxes for that property in the US, all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. If tenant's not paying and we took legal action on our property, is it free for other? If tenant's not paying and we took legal action, our property is free for other tenants? I don't know what that means. Is if the property is free for other tenants, like do the tenants have to pay? Like, just let me know again. I'm just saying, can I do a JV with you and turn it into Winnipeg or Ontario? I mean, just come here and then we can talk about it. We'll see. But I'm not saying no. I'm not. If we have a great deal, and then we'll see if we can work something out, like that 16-bedroom house that you're saying. That's pretty interesting. We'll see. Harmol, are you invested in Dogecoin? Dogecoin is the talk of the town right now. I'll tell you, I'm currently not invested in Dogecoin, but just right now, the Coinbase announced that in 6 to 8 weeks they're thinking of adding Dogecoin into their platform. So Dogecoin, if you guys, Coinbase, if you guys don't know, it's the biggest platform to trade cryptocurrency. And once Dogecoin is added on CoinMarket, on Coinbase, I think Dogecoin can really go higher. It's a great way of these meme coins making people millionaires and making a lot of money. But if I'm being honest with you, just today I'm considering buying some Dogecoin. Just for the hell of it. Just invest in, again, not financial advice, but just invest an amount that you think you would be okay if you were losing it. Okay. Shantanu, I will definitely meet you in Winnipeg when I will be there in Winnipeg if you allow, because I would really learn a lot from you. Yeah, for sure, Shantanu. Once this whole situation gets better, I'll be glad. I'll be glad to meet all the subscribers, and that's the whole reason why I'm doing all of this, just to bring and build a community around it. If the tenants are not paying rent, there are legal ways how you can go about and kick them out. So yes, you gotta, it's through the rent board of each city. So here, for example, in Winnipeg and Manitoba, there's the real estate board, and then there's other rental agencies that you gotta then apply and then serve them with an eviction notice. So then that's a process, or then there's a way of cash for keys, which you offer them money just to leave your place, which, because if they're not paying and they're still staying, you want them to just get out so you can rent it out, and rent it out to good tenants, right? So there's that. Yes, so I answered your question. Shantanu, I have invested in Doge, but not much, only 5% of my portfolio. Yeah, that's a good way to get your exposure into what I would say Doge. So you are exposed, but again, this crypto has huge Doge has huge what do you call, it fluctuates a lot. So just don't invest your whole life savings into that. Just invest something that you're okay with losing, but again, not financial advice. How do you diversify your investment portfolio? Any tips? Yes, I would say just invest in things that you believe in, that you like, that you think that on the long term they're going to be great assets. So, for example, invest some in stocks, invest some in crypto, invest some in real estate. That's a good way of diversifying your investments, so you're not exposed fully into one industry. Hopefully that helps. So, and like if you're buying stocks, maybe buy stocks in the tech space, buy stocks in the real estate space with real estate investment trusts, buy financial stocks like TD, BMO, RBC. So that way you're not just fully into one sector. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's been 1 hour and a half, more than that. I really loved coming on this live, and hopefully you guys got some value out of this live. And I see that you guys like these kind of live streams where I love to interact with you guys and get your opinions and answer your questions. So, okay, I have a personal question. Please reply. Life in India versus life in Canada. I haven't experienced much life in India, so I would say life in Canada. What is the status Canadian stock market? I mean, right now, today it's going up, but the tech stocks are hurting. I would say, but yeah, long term, if you know you're investing in good companies, you know you're investing in good strong companies, it should be okay. Should be right now. You should be buying the dip. So, okay, guys, I'll wrap it up here. I loved interacting with you guys today and loved answering your questions. Thank you very much for all the engagement, all the questions, all the likes on this property. Again on this property, the likes on this video, And Shantanu, thank you. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And I'll see you guys. I'm thinking I'll be doing one live stream at least each week out of the videos that I post. So until next time, see you guys. And yeah, good night to everyone who is in India. And let's keep hustling to everyone who is in Canada. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in.